Alrighty guys, welcome back once again. We are back live from Las Vegas, Nevada for your VNEA World Pool Championships. My name is Grant, sitting beside, of course, Mr. Ben Francis. We have a match. Bill Mason, Terry Young doing battle.
Sorry to interrupt you there. I just want to open the bracket, see who won the winner's side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because one of these players needs to double dip.
It is very true.
And there are the brackets on CompuSport if you guys want to follow along with them. Regular open, single 60 plus
That's
9
the
ball.
one.
Final bracket. Okay, Bill Mason won the A side, so Terry Young's got to beat him twice to take home this title. Along with the prize money of,
and I'll tell you,
$1,250 for first and $1,000 for second.
Terry is a battler, lost his very first match
in the redraw. Yeah,
battled the entire way through the B side to eventually take the B side as the winner.
2 hill matches. A 5-1, a 5-0. So he was rolling a little there. Yeah. A 5-2 and a 5-3 to get to the final.
Absolutely. So we had the young guns on. Now we get to have a little bit of the old dogs teaching us some tricks.
That's right.
You cannot underestimate the Wiser.
Never.
We're going to rename this dome to the Wiser Dome.
The Wiser Dome.
Seniors, why didn't you play this division, Grant? I could play, or I'm close to playing. Last match was insane. TJ is a machine. You're 100% correct. But again, we can't take anything away from these guys. Anybody that gets into the finals, they're going to be really good players.
Yeah,
and
certainly.
We can't begrudge putting the seniors on, the ladies on. We don't really care. We just want to see some good pool.
Showcase some good pool and some finals. So Terry with the first break. I believe I've actually played Terry before. I couldn't recall exactly what event it was at, but it had to be down here.
Oh, 100%.
But it was either VNEA or one of the other Vegas tournaments.
Well, and it kind of talks to what we were mentioning earlier, that the more and more that you come down, the more you get to see and meet new friends, meet new people, and it's just a really great time. And, if you haven't been, put it on the calendar.
Absolutely got to be on the bucket list. A little safety attempt from Bill there goes somewhat array, and I think Terry can cut this ball in. And the 2 is over the hole.
Yeah,
the 9 ball.
Natural shape to the 2 ball. Just watch out for that 5-7. And we're getting our cameras
Just
kicked.
Don't scratch. I think that table had to actually be quite a bit further away from that tripod.
Of that right now.
Kind of odd little setup here. We're going to shimmy it on over. We'll shimmy it on over for the team event. Frank Fitz6 plays again Monday. Today's Monday, Andrew. Today's Monday. I was just over there watching a little bit of Frank. I couldn't really see how it was going. I went over there to watch. Tony Sakamoto was playing on a couple tables beside. She's in the final 3, I believe. I believe she's in the final 3. Tony's got to win 1 match to get to the final.
I joined late. I was assuming you were talking about Tony.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get that match on here as well.
That'd be great.
Couple of finals matches scheduled for today. Should be lots of great pool. Make sure you guys are clicking that share button lots for us.
Absolutely. And Bill had to play pretty sporty to run through the A side undefeated.
And we are following along with the comments on Facebook and YouTube as well. If you guys want to chat along, or if you have any questions, we're always happy to answer.
Absolutely.
I think that's correct, Rob.
Look out, he lost the cue ball.
Day 4, stream 1 to watch that famous TJ match that we've all been talking about. Terry with the first good opportunity He's eyeing up the 5-9, which I don't hate. It's pretty much unmissable. But in these situations, I prefer to just run the balls.
Yeah, there's really nothing tied up here, and really smart here by Terry.
And there's two reasons for this. One, I think it's higher percentage to run the balls.
Mm-hmm.
Two is it's the first game of the final, and you kind of want to get your stroke going, right?
Absolutely.
So I don't want to shoot one ball. I want to shoot 5 and move the cue ball a little and pot some balls and, you know.
Well, and it's a little bit deceiving because if you look where that 9 ball is, it's still a diamond up away from the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was set more in, if it was just hanging in that pocket, more of a duck, then I don't mind the 5-9 combo. But I think you're 100% right. There's really not a lot that can go wrong. He got a little funny on this. And maybe this is where, depending on the outcome of this shot, maybe you do take the 7-9 combo.
So
if
Rob
it gets a little deep.
Rob Boone is saying that stream is not there. The day 4 stream 1.
It's not on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
There
you go, Rob.
It is on Facebook. YouTube was not cooperating.
Yeah.
It did not want to get up and go to work.
Did you take a picture of that?
Of what?
Of the settings?
Yes.
So you could reference it?
Yes.
Perfect.
That was after. That was the day that I asked.
Yeah, that was after, yeah. Looking good
because
here.
I told everybody that's Ben's wheelhouse is the YouTube.
Well, now it's yours if you got
Now
a picture to reference, for sure.
Yeah.
That's how I do things around here. I like take pictures and then I just go through my phone. I'm like, yeah, that's what it looks like.
So it looks like Terry Young looking good here to draw first blood.
Alternate break format here, so Bill will be breaking next. And as we mentioned before, if you're just tuning in, Terry does need to win 2 sets here in order to take home the gold Charlie, the jacket, the $1,250 prize money, and most importantly, the pride.
Indeed.
World champion.
Absolutely. And guess what we got going, guys? We got it up and going. Viewer Advantage Sweepstakes now available on the website, www.cslipl. That's where you go to get the tickets, $20 per ticket. No restrictions on the number you can buy. A little bit of a different draw this time. We are going to do 2 draws because there are 2 beautiful Jacoby custom cues available. The winner will get the choice of which one they want. The second ticket we gets the remaining cue. So 2 chances to win it.
Pretty cool stuff. Both cues come with the, I believe, the Jacoby Ultra shaft.
They do.
Super nice shaft as well. The cue ball they're using, Quincy wants to know. It's just the regular Valley cue ball.
It is.
And I saw a lot of this when I was playing 9-ball singles. It was way harder to make a ball on the break than it should be.
Yeah.
Usually in 9-ball, the wing ball just flies in. It didn't seem to be happening as
they weren't
consistent
cooperating
as you would think.
Yeah. So perhaps the safety here, Ben, what do you think? Chip off the 1 into exactly that, the 8 ball?
I think he's going to try to make the 1 and the 8, possibly. With the 2 over the side, I like going at the 1 here.
Problem is if you get stuck by that 8 ball, you're going to be jumping over to make that 2.
Oh, he might not even have enough to cut the 1 properly to make the 1, because he looks like he's elevated and putting a lot of siding here. Yeah, safety it was, and well played.
Indeed. Really nice shot.
He's kind of put it up near the pocket, though. You don't
It
want
is
it
jumpable.
that far up near the hole. But let's cover this topic while we're at it. We're watching the 60 plus.
Yes.
And from my experience, not a lot of them jump.
No,
or
it's,
prefer to jump.
Yeah, it's the kicking, but he is going for the short stick.
Oh, Frangopoulos just lost out, but yeah, amazing run. Fit 6 in the Open.
Absolutely.
He's got to pay something like $1,500 too, so
yeah,
nothing wrong with that. He got
there's
Fit
one
6
thing,
and it pays more than first place in this division.
Right? Well, and there's one thing I know. Obviously, Frank played better than I did.
Oh, what a great shot that was. He made a good hit, and he fluked the 2, but
well,
as we
got
mentioned
rewarded.
before, yeah, you make a good hit, you get rewarded. So let's see what he's got here. A little tricky to get position from the 1 to the 3. You can see
Can
where
you
he just
shoot the
pointed
gap
there.
between the 5-6 or just come all the way down table? I think I like down table a little bit better.
Because the gap to the 5-6 means you have to play a fair amount of right spin, which brings in the scratch into the top right.
It does.
I don't know if you can play that one with any amount of right spin, to be honest. Just top. Oh, and he did pick that window. What a great shot that was. Now we can see how this gentleman won the winner's side. Shots like that and the previous one. Straight draw back here. He's got to put a stroke on this ball. Oh,
No problem.
And he does put a great stroke, but he's going to have a bit of a tricky shot. I'm sure the billiard on the 9 doesn't go, but the billiard on the 8.
Billiard on the 8, yeah.
Is a certainty.
Question is, you've got to control that 4 ball. So I'm almost going to play the 4 like a bank shot into the back of the 9 and try to hold that 4 ball.
That's right. Try to get the 4 to stay where the 9 is. Cue ball should stay near the 8. The other thing that's going to make this shot tougher is he's looking for the rest. I was originally thinking, yeah, if you're left-handed, this isn't so bad, but
Yeah, for right-handed players, this can be a little tricky.
yeah, this is no fun.
But here's the thing, right, is you look at the experience that these guys have. They've used the rest before. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and majority of them are ex-snooker players, at which point they have to be really good with the rest. You can't play any amount of snooker without being good with the rest shot.
It's very true. Just hold that 4 ball.
His technique was a little flawed there, so that tells me maybe he doesn't have a ton of experience with the rest. You want to have your elbow out to the side, and he kind of had it up and down, and that creates this pendulum motion.
I don't know how that cue ball went past the 8 ball, though. Watch this. How does it go? How
Pretty
does that
tricky.
go past that?
He put heavy draw on, and I don't think he needed draw. I think he just needed, like, middle ball, right? Nonetheless,
That was a hungry pocket.
Terry again with ball in hand and a few balls to take a 2-0 lead. Let's see if he can win this first set and send us to a deciding set.
And once again, guys, if you are just tuning in, if you could help us out and hit that share button, these guys also deserve just as big of a viewing audience. They have battled to get to where they're at. I never begrudge the knowledge that is held in these guys' heads.
Definitely not. Good shot there. He maintained angle, so now he can just draw back for the 6 in the side, and he can keep the cue ball off the rail, which is always super handy in these games. You don't want the cue ball near the rail. Takes away half of the options.
And just a nice little pinch draw, I would think.
Yeah, you don't want to overdraw this. You want to favor underdrawing it. Oh, he slid over for the corner. That's even smarter.
That's perfect.
That's where they show the experience, right?
Yep.
That was an experience shot for sure. The corner just leaves so many better angles. You can get a really funny angle in the side pocket plenty of times.
Oh, yes. I've been burned by that many, many, many times.
This way, I think just a stop shot is okay. He doesn't have to do anything crazy here.
Yeah, it gives him natural angle on the 7 ball.
The soft draw lessens the angle, so that works a little better. And I think just topspin is okay here. I don't think you want to flirt with playing this with inside.
No.
Because the 8's so near the hole, and you need angle to get up to the 9 anyway.
Well, and you don't want to bring in that lower or the bottom right-hand corner here if you put that top left on it.
Yeah, if you somehow catch it with too much left, right? And so you'll see he hit it with just straight top, and that works perfect.
And really the same thing here, just straight tops up 2 rails. You'll come gently off that left side rail for the 9 into that left side pocket. Could just touch draw.
The right side pocket.
Or right side
Right
pocket.
side pocket, yeah. I was going to say left, then you got to draw it, and you're like going crazy with the cue ball. I like just rolling the ball anytime I can.
Well, and you could also just really slow roll this and have the 9 to the top right-hand corner as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like he's aiming at the bottom of this cue ball.
Is he drawn back 2 rails for the 9 to the left?
It's possible he has a lot less angle than what it looks like on our screen, right?
Oh, for sure.
On our screen, it looked like he could probably just follow that up off 2 rails, but fairly precise control there. He's landed straight in on this 9 to take a 2-0 lead. Terry Young coming to play this final. Wants the double dip. wants the gold Charlie. Who doesn't?
Right? That was my intention when I started playing.
Right?
But
it's always about the
pool
Charlie.
Gods, the pool gods decided something different for my fate.
Took me a lot of times bubbling it before it finally happened.
Well, I can be honest, and I've never ever taken a Charlie from Vegas.
Have you ever bubbled a Charlie?
We came close. I think the closest that we've come was in the team event in the open division, and we finished 9-12.
9-12. I can tell you I bubbled 8 times.
Oh my lord.
Before I finally got it. And that was like at VNEA 4th place is a Charlie.
Yep.
And I would get 5th, 6th over and over again. And then I'd go to BCA, and although it's not technically a Charlie, it's still a Vegas trophy, so I called it like a Charlie.
Yep.
And BCA only pays top 3 Charlies, and I would get 4th. I always found a way, and it was singles and teams combined.
My lord.
Where it kept happening. And then
God, that must be frustrating.
Oh, it was, and a lot of times I wanted to cry after, you know. Like literally.
Oh,
like,
I bet.
Come to tears a little bit because it was emotional, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Especially when
you've got to start thinking, like, what do the pool gods have against me?
I think the second last one was in singles at this event. And Sean McKay breaks and runs out hill, and he goes, "Oh, that was easy."
Wow.
And I'm like, you? How dare you?
Right?
He was clearly joking, but...
Which tells you it really wasn't easy.
Yeah, and so I got 5th, 6th in the singles, and then we went and played the team event, and we got 5th, 6th in the teams too, and I bubbled twice in the same year.
Yes, email transfer is also the same. Just keep in mind, if you're e-transferring, it is US dollars. So it'd be about 26 Canadian.
Also, make sure you guys include your email so we have somewhere to send the ticket to.
If you're email transferring, I can generally find it out of the e-transfer.
That shot. Let it fly.
Gets rewarded.
Let it fly. Well, let's see if you can...
It's more if you're buying them online. If you buy them online, make sure that I've got an email address to send them back to.
That's right.
But e-transfer, it shows in the e-transfer.
You know, I've been playing a lot of pool when my bicep is twitching.
Uh-oh, from one almost scratched side to the other.
It's almost
this time it gobbled it up.
It's almost like the pool god said,
this is going to a second set.
They said, just kidding the first time.
Right.
And then they're like, well,
yeah,
we better make sure you don't get away with that.
Yeah. Yeah, 26 Canadian.
That's right. Dollar's at about $1.30 right now, so.
Yeah. And I will, the same as the last viewer advantage, I'll get them done either the night of or the next morning up until the last day. And the last day, I'll kind of keep up with it.
And shipping is included on the queues as well. So no matter who wins it, we'll ship it out to them.
You bet.
Assuming it's not like...
within North America.
Yeah, if it's outside North America, we'll split the shipping cost or we'll figure it out with them.
Yeah.
We'll make it work. Alex Walker in the house on the Facebook. What's up, pal? We're doing great. I think
the jackalope hunter.
I don't know how you feel. I got more sleep than I've had in 5 days.
Yeah,
it still wasn't a lot, but
well, you're doing better today.
I'm feeling rested today.
Yeah. Well, and I think that was our intention last night, right? We both decided that we've been burning the candle at both ends for enough days, and just go to bed early and
you know what I think
have a good night.
What I think helped more than the sleep was eating a proper meal last night.
100%.
Because there hasn't been enough proper meals happening.
I would definitely agree with that. So. Which is, I mean, it's par for the course for us, especially when we're out doing a bigger show. We just...
we're not complaining. We're used to it.
No, and really at the end of the day, we want to be live as much as we possibly can and bring you guys all the actions. And sometimes that means we don't eat for a bit.
There's time to eat later, but when the streams are happening, there's no time. Alex went and some of the favorite
went camping and jackalope hunting.
Funny guy, Alex on
It's really simple to hunt jackalope, though. Really, I mean, you go onto the internet and you just search in the same places you do for Santa Claus.
That's right.
And the Easter Bunny and
Bigfoot.
Yeah. The Ogopogo.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what angle do you like here on the 6 to drop below the 7?
I like just a touch draw.
So you like the angle going into the rail, to the side rail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I like that too. I think the other angle is acceptable, but it tends to be a little more risky if you get too much of it.
Well, I think it's easier to control on this angle as opposed to going to the rail and back cut the 6, because it makes the 6 a little harder because you're back cutting into a blind pocket.
Yeah, and it can be much more speed dependent
Yeah.
on where the cue ball's going
Absolutely.
to get shape on the 7. This one's kind of like, if you get the line right, the speed isn't as important, because you could always play the 7 in the side if you come up a little short here.
Yeah, you've got a double pocket availability. So really, I mean, the only thing you don't want to do is just come straight across. So you do want to have a little bit of top on this.
Dustin's comment on the Facebook, it's okay if you stuff your face while commentating.
Oh, no, we won't do that.
It's okay for some.
Nope, that is a big, big pet peeve of mine.
Yeah,
Is to
it's not okay for us.
No. That is, when I hear that on streaming, it just grinds me.
Yeah, me too. Drives me nuts. Oh, thank you, Elaine. You're a sweetheart.
Indeed.
It would be twice as much fun if you were here as
Oh,
well.
she sent 500 stars. Wow, thank you so much, Elaine. That's amazing.
Yeah, she is a sweetheart, that one. Local Alberta girl.
Indeed. Always a great supporter, and we appreciate it.
Big shot here. Semi-blind
Oh,
pocket.
wow. Hits it. Beautiful.
And you know what I love about that shot?
He committed to it.
And he didn't put too much into shaping the 8. It was like, let me focus on this pot, and then anywhere I land on the 8 should be okay.
Yeah, he's got maximum value out of that.
Because in that situation, the pot is so tough. If you try to get cute and get perfect on the 8, you're taking away from your focus on the pot.
You
and
got it.
You really needed to put a lot of focus into the pot. So I like what he did. Also, the factor is where the 9 is.
Yeah.
It didn't matter where he gets on the 8 because of where the 9 is.
Did you miss the player advantage info? You did, but that's okay. We'll have it back up again. As soon as this rack is done, I'll put it back up. Are you guys based out of Alberta? We are. Calgary, Alberta.
Calgary, Alberta. He's looking at the side. I don't like the side here.
No.
I like the corner.
No, but it depends, right? He may have more angle there than what you and I think. But the corner is definitely a bigger pocket to shoot to.
Yeah, much bigger. It could just be that the cue ball was kind of tracking towards the side pocket, and he didn't want to elevate and
Well, he hit
go
it good,
crazy.
though.
Yeah,
He's in really good on this 9 ball.
pretty quick to a 3-0 lead here as well. Putting some heat on Bill.
In an RT5, let me tell you, it's got to be moving time for Bill here.
Yeah, Terry's saying, let's go to a second set.
Right? He's making a statement.
Yeah,
He came to play.
very nice. So let's put up that poster again for the viewer advantage.
Indeed, here it is. Viewer Advantage Sweepstakes back again. Go get your tickets, cslipl.com. This one's a little bit different. We're going to do 2 draws. So obviously two beautiful Jacoby custom cues here. The winner will get the choice whether you want the wrapped or the wrapless cue. Then we'll draw another ticket, and the winner will of that draw will get the remaining cue. So if you are in Canada, you can also e-transfer. Just keep in mind it is US dollars, would be about 26 Canadian. You can e-transfer that to qsportslive@gmail.com, and I'll get all the tickets done at the end of each day or the morning of the next day.
Oh, how's this break when you're down 3-0? He made the wing ball, the 1 ball, and 1 other ball, and he's straight in on the 2. Maybe just sort of a stun follow here, I think, if he has the right angle to shoot the 4 in the opposite corner. Yeah, you see how he didn't roll that? This is something that's super important on these tables, is that stun follow shot. It takes away the ability for the table to roll. It's a game of millimeters.
Well, and
I should say fractions of inches.
Yeah, that shot in particular is definitely one that you want to have in the tool bag.
And you want to use it as much as you can. Yeah.
Absolutely. It takes away any kind of rolls that may be in the table. Not that these ones have yet, but, you know, it's just a really good shot to have in the bag of tricks.
And any table can roll off. Even if the table is dead straight, you can catch like a little fiber of cloth. You can catch a little piece of chalk, dust here and there that can make the ball deviate. A fraction of an inch can be enough to destroy a shot, right?
Yep. And nice angle here on the 7 ball, kept himself away from the rail as well. So he can kind of dig and draw into this 7 ball, come back down for the 9.
I think he's just going to top it and take the angle on the 9 since the 9's close to the hole. He doesn't want to take any risks elevating.
Well, and that's definitely the wiser move.
Yeah, these guys are showing the wisdom. I love that shot in particular. I think because the 9 is so close to the hole, it's pretty much unmissable.
Mm-hmm.
So no point elevating to try to get straight in when it's 2 inches from the hole. Anywhere you see it is good.
Absolutely. Bill answers back. Gotta love it.
He's on the board. He's put his stamp on this match. Some did you know facts here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that earlier too. Some of the great sponsors that we had in billiards.
Yeah,
in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, no longer allowed to be.
Yeah, no longer allowed. So
And not just in billiards, right?
in everything.
Racetrack was big,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
Indy 500 and those types of races, they were very, very big sponsors.
Oh yeah, for sure. There was always a car with a Marlboro plastered
remember
across
that
it.
for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly right.
I remember the DeMaurier Classic, all kinds of...
all the different cars plastered in those different wraps. Let's see what Terry's got for the break here to put himself on the hill. This happens quick. Race to 5 and 9 ball in the box is a very short format.
It really is.
The only saving grace for Bill is that Terry's got to beat him twice. Well, he lost the cue ball here, but he might get away with it.
Oh, he's well on the 1 ball, but it's a question of where does it go?
It's super thin into the side, and the cue ball's getting lost towards the 2.
Yeah,
So if you did cut this in the side, it's kind of a hit and hope.
it is.
There's very little chance you could actually control the rub off the 2.
So you know the
At that
safety,
speed.
what safety? I like a safety shot here.
So the only flaw, I mention this a lot when we're watching Valley 9 ball, is the safeties are really hard.
They are.
They're not hard to execute. It's easy to hook them, but it's hard to hook them good enough.
Yeah.
And like as we saw in the last match, there are some younger gentlemen, but they got out of everything.
They did. But given this circumstance where you lose the cue ball here, I'd rather play the controlled shot. So I like chipping the 1 ball, almost like you're banking into the corner. You want to come short on the bank. Send the cue ball up between the 2-6 and then back down table, and try to put that 1 ball behind that 6.
I don't even know if that's on. I feel like it's too much angle for that shot. Yeah, he just tried to cut it. And I don't hate that because this game you do have to play super aggressive. Team starts on Tuesday, David Wilson. That's why he couldn't look at the bracket. He said he's at his medical appointment.
Oh,
Because usually David would know when the team event starts. He's like
Absolutely. He's
the
our
link
pin
master. Yeah. Link master David Wilson. Shoot the 1 in the top right here is the correct shot, I believe. I don't think you need to play the 1-8 combo.
and believe me, David, that helps us out quite a bit. And especially trying to do this as a single commentator, right? If I'm not here or you're not here and we're trying to do this by ourselves,
Yeah, looking up brackets and no, it's
watching both comments,
impossible.
watching what's going on, keeping score, it can be a challenge, right? Where when you look at the difference between who is Q Sports Live and we are a live streaming company, we're not a production company yet, and that's the biggest difference between ourselves and some of the other guys out there.
another question on the YouTube. They're trying to find that video, Grant. It's only on Facebook.
Yeah, it is only
day
on
4,
Facebook.
stream 1 on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, the YouTube didn't want to go to work yesterday morning. It was still tired, needed to sleep in by 1 match.
Slightly elevated here.
Are you going 2 around or 3 around?
I like just cinching it with bottom because you can't really get a bad angle on the 3, but man, he's hit it so good.
That was pretty pure, and he's got the right angle on the 3.
I hate shooting balls with inside when I'm elevated because it masses.
Oh, for sure.
So it's really hard to judge how much it's going to masse.
Well, and, you know, they're both playing, I believe, with, or at least Bill is playing with a wood shaft, so you know that it's going to deflect a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So then you got to judge the masse and you got to judge the deflection.
Yeah. The video of the run around the pond is still in the vault.
Sarah, I've been waiting like months for somebody to bring this up because the weather's nice again.
Yep.
So
It'll happen.
We can do it.
I might die, but it'll happen.
We got to pay it off. That's
oh,
all
yeah.
I know.
I owe the debt, so
That's
I got to
right.
do it.
That's right.
I done lost to Mr. Benny Francis, that guy.
I'm going to run the pond with you, too. So
I might kick you in
only
the
fair.
ankle just because you beat me.
So does he bank this ball, Grant? I don't know
Well,
if it's worth it.
I think you got to. Right? If you're going to go at it, you got to go at it.
No, the problem is the shape on the 7, right? If you bank that ball, you have to play like
Oh, you got to
full
power
table
it.
draw, or like I don't know if you can power through it because it wants to force follow that draw shot. He played a smart shot. I actually liked thinning the right side of that. He was close enough to it where he could have thinned it and left the 6 right where it was and tried to get behind the 8. And if he didn't get behind the 8, he's going to make Terry play some weird bank shot or tough return safety. But they showed us a cagey shot here, Bill did. And something you don't see very much is just roll up to that ball, see what they can do with it.
Absolutely.
The problem
I think
is
now Terry's going to play your shot.
Well,
just thin it.
He's going the opposite way, so he's only containing the 6.
Yeah.
He's not trying to hide the cue ball.
No, for sure.
Which I liked the other way, but I don't think it was possible from the angle he was on.
I don't think so either. I think that was the smart shot there.
And so that's a flaw with the shot that Bill played, is when you leave your opponent close to the ball, it's extremely easy for them to see the edge and get it safe.
Well, and so with that shot, right, he had, in my opinion, a better bank shot than what
Last time
Terry left him.
That's right. The first time he had a better bank.
Correct. Yeah. So if you're going to play that shot, just to be put in a position to bank it anyway, better to take the angle that you had. I think it was just a much better option.
That's right. Well, great chance for Terry to put himself on the hill here.
Yeah, a little bit of a thin shot here on the 6, but really nothing to do with the cue ball.
Well, thin
all your focus is just make the 6.
Yeah, thin is nice here.
Yeah.
Did we see it roll out? No, I didn't see.
I didn't. I wasn't really paying attention to that, though.
Yeah, I don't think it did.
I think he hit that a little hard to see any kind of rolls.
Speaking of hitting it a little hard.
Yeah.
He let that one fly.
Sure did.
I think this bank lay is decent, though.
Yeah, and I don't think you want to try and play safe here. This is just get aggressive.
Oh, the safe is just as hard,
yeah.
Right? And possibly even harder. The safe is like drag the cue ball behind the 8-9, and that's a nightmare of a shot. The 6 ball rolled to the left about 2 inches at the end. Anyone got a level? Well, definitely it's important to keep an eye on that because these tables have been in here. This is the 6th day of the event. Certainly they can move around. Like if somebody just has to maybe sit on the table to shoot a certain shot, that can definitely throw it off. So we can have the table tech come in here between matches and take a look.
Look at this.
Nothing but net.
What a shot to put himself on the hill.
He's landed short side on this 8. The work's not over yet, but I'm thinking he's a huge favorite to pot this ball. He's just got to make a good decision what he's going to do with the 9, because I don't think you want to slow roll this ball and try to hold it. I'd prefer to like maybe just go around the 9.
Yeah, 2 rails?
Yeah, like kind of play it with a little bit of right spin. I don't think you need to elevate. I think you can just play it with right spin, yeah, and go 2 rails around the 9. And that way you put more of a positive stroke on the ball instead of...
Oh, he's got a ton of angle there.
Anytime you try to hold it...
When you look live, yeah, he's got a ton
Yeah,
of
that's
angle.
what I'm looking at from here, yeah. Like it, I think it requires right spin. And possibly even go all the way up to the 3rd rail where the chalk is.
Yep.
We'll see what he chooses. He's ready to shoot it. Big shot in this match. Oh, he tried to hold it. He tried to hold it. He missed the ball and he scratched.
Wow.
Oh, no. Jump bank on the 8.
Oh, yeah.
Good shot on the 6.
I'm telling you, Rob, and for anybody else that hasn't seen that, it is well worth the time.
Oh, Mr. Steinhaus played unreal. Yeah, he's fully deserving of the title. And I feel like he's going to have a little celebration tonight at the Suds and Chips.
I would think so.
3-2. What a big game that was.
That was a really big game. And, big for Bill.
Well, and he's
that
breaking.
That keeps it tight.
And the last time he broke, he made 3 balls and he was straight in on the opener. So that'll be something Terry's thinking about.
100%. Makes you question your game?
I assume they're still talking about that tiny little roll.
Oh, I don't think that makes you question your game.
No.
Not necessarily, anyway.
Even Patrick Neal on the YouTube says it curved a tiny amount, maybe a quarter inch to a half an inch. That's not that much in this game.
No.
And honestly, it shouldn't make you question your game because you're always trying to hit the ball in a positive way and not have to roll it. So I don't see that being a factor.
Well, and Rob, in that particular set, if you watch that whole thing, and that was again on stream 1, day 4, only on Facebook, there was some outs and shots that he made that, I mean, as much as the jump shot was pretty sick, he had an entire highlight reel just in that stream.
Yeah, he played great. Shout out to Tom Thoreau, too. Fantastic event. I don't think we really mentioned it much in the last stream.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to Tom Thoreau. In my book, second is a win. In the field of monsters that there were, second place
this
is
whole thing
a
was,
win.
That whole division was a field of monsters.
Changes the way he shot the 6. Yeah, I don't know. I think you never shoot a ball like that if you don't have to. So you're only rolling balls in this game when you have no other choice. Zero other choice.
Yeah. Who are you talking about? Stream 1, day 4. That is TJ or Tyler.
Tyler Steinhaus.
Tyler Steinhaus
put on a clinic. Yeah. In this tournament, he played fantastic. I was like, I think he was out early at the 9 ball, and they're like, he didn't play. I'm like, yeah, I was right then. He was out early.
Yeah.
He should have played.
So early, he didn't even show up.
With the way he was shooting, he should have played the 9 ball.
Oh, ridiculous.
Maybe I would have had a chance. Maybe he would have beat one of the 2 guys that beat me. And change the whole draw. It's all his fault that I didn't cash.
I love it.
So pretty thin here on the 2. We got to let the cue ball fly, and the 3 is in a bit of a tricky spot.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a trickier table.
Yeah, just like the opener is not that much fun. Cueing off the rail, too, makes these thin cuts really hard to play with siding. Well, I think he has to play with outside. I don't think you can really get anything good happening
from
inside.
Is the scratch on as well off the 7 ball? Nope.
Not if you hit it like that.
Yep. So that jump bank win was an awesome shot. Yeah, it was.
3-9 combination to get himself on the hill here. He's going for it. This is a huge
This is one
ball.
I don't mind him going for.
The 8
just given the layout of the table.
And the 8 makes this the most gigantic pocket of all time.
Absolutely.
You can hit this ball full and it'll go. You can hit it thin and it'll go. You could hit rail first, then the ball, and it'll go. Like, there's 8 different ways for this ball to go.
Yeah.
And that's who we were just talking about, Matt. The winner of the Masters 8 ball was Tyler Steinhaus. The runner-up was Tom Thoreau of Quebec.
It was a battle of the border.
Big shot in this match.
And it went just clean as a whistle.
Yeah, nothing to it. Just straight in the pocket. And that puts him on the hill and breaking to try to win the first set. Terry's got to win twice here, folks. Twice. Maybe we can flash up that viewer advantage poster again.
I was actually going to do this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
We may as well give a shout out to one of our other sponsors here at Q Sports Live. It is Jam Up Apparel. Just releasing last week the largest single clothing drop in their entire history, or our entire history. If you haven't been on the website as of yet, go check it out, jamupapparel.com. Lots of new designs to choose from. If you guys are looking for any team shirts, make sure you go over there, jamupapparel.com. That is what we are known for.
And we'll do that viewer advantage poster
On the next one.
on the next rack,
Yep.
although we'll see if we have a next rack in this first set.
Mm-hmm. Is it me or is this table tiny?
Yeah, they're 3.5 by 7.
7-foot table it is.
If you're used to playing on a 9-foot, then yeah, this table's real tiny.
Yeah.
Teeny tiny little table. But I will say, if you don't play on a 9-foot lots, these tables are very difficult. They don't look tiny.
Well, and
Long
I know
shots
a lot
look
of
long.
people out there comment and say, oh, it's the kids' table and come to the adults' table. It's one of the worst comments I've heard because all the games are applicable, right? You put 15 balls on a 3.5 by 7-foot table, it's a pretty difficult game to play. Put those 15 balls on a 9-foot table, it becomes ultra easy,
No comment.
right? It does.
No comment from this one.
Nope. I just can't stand the saying. Both tables and all the games
Yeah,
have their applicability.
I don't like people saying, you know, whatever, kids' table and stuff. I've been known to say it. I have been known to say it. These tables, in my opinion, are considerably easier than 9-foots. But
They are, but
certainly
again,
they
right?
have their own challenges. I'm not
They
going to
do.
argue. I'm not here to argue about it with you. I just wanted to put in my 2 cents as well.
For sure.
My opinion as an almost semi-pro player, not quite. I think a 3x6 would be real tough, though. Or like a 2.5 by 5 and try
That
to play
would
8 ball on that.
change up everything, right?
2.5 by 5. Yeah, it could just be the camera angle that makes it look a little smaller than it actually is as well.
Oh, it totally does. Makes it look a little short because the camera's really high up too. I think the camera's about 8 feet.
You would know.
And I
I
also-
don't measure height well.
I just know because I'm 6 and that's about 2
That's
foot
right.
higher than where I'm at. But I also kind of got a feel for carom pool, the carom tables.
Yeah, you want to talk about a difficult game. This is definitely child's play compared to carom pool.
Well, I'll tell you. So when I was in Vegas for BCA, they had a carom tournament at the same time, and I had the pleasure of meeting Danny Sanchez, who's got more world title in straight pool than almost anybody.
In 3 cushion.
Or in 3 cushion, yep. And just an amazing human being. Really, really nice guy. And he kind of was showing me more on the technical side when they level tables on the carom side of things, how precise those tables are.
So what's he done here? He's got a little funny on this 3. He made a really good shot on the 2 from full distance.
I'm pretty sure the 3 goes. It's a question of getting back to the 4 ball.
Yeah, and that's what I was curious of. Is sure, he's on the 3, but can you do anything with it? That's the thing with pool at this level too. People get these blinders on and they're like, I have a shot. And they just pot the ball and then they're like, oh wait, what do I do now?
Right?
When
I
really
find that
you have to be like super laser focused on what's going to happen next. Because what happens now doesn't matter at all if nothing happens next.
yeah.
Oh, safety. Good call because that develops the 7. He misplayed it, but I do like the shot.
Absolutely.
And a nice call from Ashton Fry there in the Facebook comments. Nobody else called it. You were the only one, and that, in my opinion, was the correct shot because you developed the 7-9. Slightly misplayed, but you can't hit them all perfect. Sometimes you don't hit them perfect.
Well, and really, he doesn't have a lot of angle here to get up for that 4 ball.
I think
Might be able to create
Yeah,
some. Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
okay. He had more than I thought.
Yeah, I think, and I was going to say, I think the camera angle was a little deceiving there. Just because the distance that the 3 was off the rail looked a little different. Oh, Ashton plays with him all the time, so knows how he thinks. He got the inside track. The inside track. So let's see if maybe going into the 9 here.
You could.
To try to
It
open the
looks-
7 more? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. Made the combination.
Good news, bad news.
Right?
Billiard in the 7 unintentionally.
So do you push the 5 up into that 6-9?
Yeah, I think you have to if you can't bank it. If you can bank it, you got to go for the bank here. I don't think you can play too many safeties. Your opponent just tends to like kick balls in and stuff. or you could do that.
Oh, I love it.
That's a shot.
I love it.
But that's kind of explains what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Because look what happens. Like, the table's small, the pockets are big. Like, you just hit it somewhere, and it's got a chance to go in somewhere.
Absolutely.
Right? So
and that is
if he had
so
played
9-ball.
If he had played the safety there, his opponent could equally do what he just did.
Yeah.
Just make a hit, send the ball flying around. It's got a good chance to go in somewhere.
That's right. That's right. Well, I mean, there's things to be said for intention.
Is this tight? Oh, no, he had plenty of room. And this is going to extend this first set. He's actually going to be breaking to try to get this to Hill. The double deserved a bit of luck.
And breaking to go Hill.
That's right.
Who doesn't want to see the
put up the
Hill?
viewer advantage?
Yeah, we
poster
certainly
again?
can. Yeah, by all means. I
Make
gotcha.
sure the folks get in on this while they can. You can purchase your tickets at cslipl.com, or if you're in Canada, you can e-transfer to qsportslive@gmail.com. Just keep in mind, it's about $26 Canadian per package. No limit on how many entries you can get. And once we receive your payment, we will send you a picture of your tickets. Looks like Bill is ready to break. I find it odd that these guys are breaking from opposite sides.
Mm-hmm. Usually one will have a better break than the other.
And usually the one that's having the better break, the other player will go to that side as well. So, oh, he slugged himself a little there. And he scratched. And look at this, Grant. The 1-9.
Oh, my, for the win.
The 1-9 to win the first set from ball in hand. I mean, he could run this table, but there's just no point.
No.
This is really unmissable from ball in hand.
Yeah. Put that cue ball where you want it.
Oh, he's second guessing now.
Well, that 9 is a little higher up
I think,
than what it looks
but
like.
So here's the thing, is when you have ball in hand on this shot, you pretend like you're shooting the 1 into the 9. You pretend like you're shooting the 1 into the 9 from ball in hand, and then you just place the cue ball right where your cue was lined up for that shot, you know?
Yep.
Did you catch any of that? No.
I'm kind of.
Not quite?
I'm reading and
No problem.
being agreeable.
No problem.
Because, Tracy, if I didn't like listening to you guys, I would so shut this off. Not sure why, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to take that comment,
Yeah,
Tracy.
me neither.
I think these guys are playing some great pool.
They are.
So I'm not sure why he wouldn't want to watch it as well as listen to us. Yeah, there's no 4x7 table. They all go even. So
Yeah, 3.5 by 7.
double the distance wide. A bit too much side in that cue ball, and that's why he scratched on that break. Yeah, absolutely. Good call there, Tony.
Nice control with that draw off the rail.
So
5 to 7, 8.
just creating angle on the 7 is the only issue here, and I think he can just draw pretty much straight back.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
5's got plenty of room by the 9. I think the camera angle's a little deceiving there.
And I kind of like what he's doing here. Got down to the last 3 and just going to take his time.
Oh, you
Give it the be sure.
You got to be sure in this situation, because this is to win the first set and force a deciding set. So just a little soft draw here. 6 inches.
Perfect.
He landed right exactly where he was looking. Exactly where he lined it up. And that's a nice feeling when you can
Inch
do that.
perfect, you bet.
A really nice feeling. You know, you got good control, you're feeling good. That's going to go a long way into the next set as well.
Absolutely. And again, right, just taking his time, which I don't mind, right?
No.
These guys have battled a long ways to get here.
For sure. Looks like Rob Boone is still watching that match. He said Game 8 was even sicker.
I know, right? Yeah.
That's quite funny that he's watching that match and this match at the same time and still commenting.
Oh, I love it.
On the YouTube.
I love it that there's viewers out there that are just as addicted as we are.
That's right. This 9-ball for the first set to force a
Set
decider.
number 1.
And we'll see if these guys decide to take a couple of minutes break or if they're just going to get right back to it.
Back into it. Terry Young getting the job done in set number 1.
And so one funny thing I've seen about these situations is players go scan the sheet and go run and grab another sheet.
Yep.
I might just use the same sheet.
Yeah.
I'd ask if I'm Terry, I'm going to ask my opponent, hey, you want to just use the same sheet and go again? Like, can we just keep playing right now, you know?
These guys are some of my favorite commentators. I also enjoy watching Ben shoot. Just gets up and shoots it in. Thanks, Donovan.
The key to great pool, Donovan, is line it up and then close your eyes.
That's it.
And
That's
fire
it. That's it.
And always half run to the next shot.
That's the Ben Francis style for sure.
That's the way.
So what do we do, Ben? It looks like they're going to take a quick little break. Do we do a shutdown restart?
We sure do.
All right. So, guys, on behalf of myself, Ben Francis, we're going to do a quick shutdown restart, get things loaded for the next set. Don't go far. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.